Hi, it's Nikki here from Happy Hormones for Life. And today I want to talk about thyroid testing in particular. Now, I see a lot of women who say, oh yes, displaying quite a few symptoms of underfunctioning thyroid. And they say, and I ask them if they've been tested. Oh yes, I've been tested and I'm all normal. And this always rings alarm bells for me. And I want to talk about what that might mean and why we need to look a bit further than that. What are your thyroid hormones? Well, they are vital for every single cell in the body. They make the energy required for every cell to do its job. So whether that's making your heart beat, your lungs breathe, your muscles work, or your brain function properly. So a sluggish thyroid can make you feel exhausted. It can cause lack of energy in the brain, which can result in anxiety, depression, mood swings. You are going to have real trouble losing weight because your metabolism is slow, even if you're starving yourself. It can make your hair fall out in clumps or just a little bit. You can get dry, itchy skin, brittle nails. You can get increased PMS because it affects your sex hormones. You can get decreased sex drive, libido. You can get a sluggish bowel, like constipation, and it can also be a factor in high cholesterol levels, which many people don't know about. There are a ton more symptoms because obviously the thyroid affects any part of the body. You can get joint pain as well. Women are much more at risk of a low functioning thyroid, and the risk goes up as we get older, especially as we go through perimenopause and all the hormones are a little bit under stress. And if you have thyroid issues in the family, there's a strong genetic element too. So if you do have any of these symptoms, it's really important to get tested. Now, doctors in general are very happy to test your thyroid most of the time, especially if you have symptoms, but you will often only get two results, your TSH and your T4. Now, these are important, but they don't show you the whole picture of how your thyroid is working, so things can be missed. And you can be told you're normal when you feel anything but. So let me just explain the pathway. TSH is thyroid stimulating hormone. It's released from the pituitary gland in the brain to tell the thyroid gland, which sits in the neck, how much thyroid hormone to make. T4 is your inactive hormone that gets converted to T3, your active hormone. T3 is the one that does most of the work. It does the heavy lifting. And this is the one that's not often measured. So when they look at your TSH and T4, they may be normal, but your T3 may be on the floor, and that's why you're having symptoms. And many of us don't even know we've got thyroid issues, including me. I went undiagnosed for quite a few years because we're told our results are normal. So what are the problems with standard testing? Well, firstly, there is a huge wide reference range. The reference ranges for thyroid are enormous, which means you can be normal even though you're sitting at the very bottom of the scale. Now, unless you dip under that threshold, you won't get any treatment. This is known as, the bit in the middle is known as subclinical hypothyroidism, and there's a lot of debate about how or even whether it should be treated. And similar to adrenal function, thyroid disease is often only recognized as overt hyperthyroidism or overt hypothyroidism. These are the extremes. And that's when you've got too much thyroid, hyperthyroid, when you've got low TSH and high T4 generally, or hypothyroid is when you're low in thyroid, you've got high TSH and you've got potentially low T4, not always. So if you're producing too much TSH, that's indicating that the body doesn't have enough T4 or T3, and your body's signaling the pituitary to produce more. So more TSH is released. It's kind of like, get more thyroid, get more thyroid. It's the message to the thyroid gland. And this is when you have a hypothyroid condition, as the most common of the two is too little thyroid hormone, and that's what can cause these sluggish symptoms. Now, there are lots of views on the lowest reference range of TSH. In the US, they have lowered it to 3. Anyone above that is treated. And this change was in response to research linking low thyroid levels with heart disease. So that's why they've done that. But in the UK, we haven't quite caught up with that, and lab ranges vary extensively. So you could have a TSH of 5 and be told you're normal. Most experts will agree that 5 is way too high. And it doesn't mean your thyroid is optimal, obviously, and that's what we're aiming for. So many health practitioners like to see TSH levels below 2.5 for optimal health. And this actually corresponds with guidelines for pregnant women. Number 2 problem with the testing, it's not the whole picture, obviously. you know, the TSH and the T4 are important, but it's really important to know if your T3 levels are good. And this won't necessarily be measured if your other two are normal. So we're not looking at whether your T4 is, your body is converting it into the active hormone, which does all the work for you. Okay, so we're missing a big piece of the jigsaw. Number 3 problem with testing is that actually there is no particular interest in the root cause. If you have low thyroid function, for me, it's really important to know whether it's autoimmune related, if it's your immune system attacking your thyroid gland, and that's 80% of low thyroid conditions are generally Hashimoto's or Graves' disease, the autoimmune version of this. And the other 20% are just an underfunctioning thyroid, and that can be for different reasons. So autoimmune and then an underfunctioning thyroid have completely different etiology, and so they require a different protocol of treatment. But the only medical treatment for underactive thyroid is thyroxine, so that's T4 being replaced. So yeah, that will definitely help with the symptoms, but you know, if your immune system is attacking your thyroid, it's an immune issue, not potentially a thyroid issue. So I'd want to know why your immune system is overreacting. What's going on in your gut, because that's where your immune system generally lives, that's causing your immune system to overreact. And then we can focus on addressing the root cause rather than just your symptoms. And then you've got a much greater chance of getting better, basically. So if you have, you suspect you have a thyroid issue, make sure you ask your doctor for all 4 thyroid measures. You want TSH, free T4, free T3, and your TPO antibodies. And if they can't do that for you, or they won't do that for you, do think about the alternative, getting these tests done privately. A full thyroid hormone panel is our standard test for clients. It includes all of 4 of those things because we want to know what's going on with the whole pathway. We also want to look at your other hormones to see if that thyroid is having an effect. And also thyroid symptoms can cross over with other hormones. I talk about the 5-T4 a lot because they do affect each other. So when we do that, if we can see a problem, we know where it's coming from, and we're much more likely to be able to target that imbalance. So I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions, please comment, and I can answer them as soon as I see them. Otherwise, if you want to contact us or talk to us about thyroid testing or any kind of hormone testing, then do get in touch as well through the contact page on the website or in the comments below. Have a great day. Take care. See you soon.